It seems that with every passing chapter in the Make Your Mark series, there seems to be less and less potential being explored. There are certainly still some intriguing possibilities for sure, but few of the episodes seem interested in moving the overall story forward. With the end of Chapter 4, I thought for sure there'd be some conflict brewing between Misty and Opaline. A constant game of cat and mouse, Misty doing her utmost to keep Opaline from discovering the truth. But aside from maybe one scene, there just isn't much going on that front. Opaline was barely a presence through this chapter, until the last episode, and we'll get to that. Misty, on the other hand, has spent the majority of her time away from Opaline entirely, although I will admit it was nice to see her reconnecting with family. There were some genuinely cute moments between Misty and Alphabettle, and part of me kind of wishes the writers could have explored that angle further. But with the end of the Make Your Mark series coming with the final special later this year, I can understand why the MLP staff felt that they had to rush a few things. Like the introduction of the Breezies, for example. This was completely out of the blue, and didn't seem to have any other real purpose than to introduce this secret market of theirs, and give Misty a special key. And naturally, Misty seemingly giving up her chance to find her family so that Sparky could go back home to the Dragonlands was a very nice gesture, and most certainly added depth to her character. But when that moment happened, I knew even then Opaline will definitely be able to find her way to the Dragonlands through this same door. And speaking of Opaline, watching her attempting to scare every pony in the midst of Nightmare Nights and every pony just thinking that she has a great costume with a dedication to staying in the role was easily the most entertaining moment in the entire chapter. I could have watched an entire episode based around just that premise. But again, there is limited time to tell any remaining story in the Make Your Mark series. So quickly seeing Opaline capture a single cutie mark and then immediately draw up plans to invade the Dragonlands is a nice hook for the final special. I am most curious to see what happens in the Secrets of Starlight set to release later this year. The return of the dragons, an overpowered Opaline, perhaps even a grown-up Spike? I mean, that giant purple foot is kind of suggesting just that. But I guess we'll all just have to wait and see. In the meantime, though, I would very much like to hear from each of you. What were your impressions of Misty's growth as a character in Chapter 5? What sort of final showdown are you hoping to see later this year? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.